years really started to bother me. It became a rock in my shoe. Okay? Now, being here in the South, I didn't run into it much. Not really. You know? We weren't as global of a society as we are today. And so in my little community, I knew kids at school, but they also went to church with me. You know, or they went to church somewhere. You know? You couldn't swing a dead cat without hitting a church around here. So there's churches everywhere, and almost everybody I knew was in church. I didn't even know any atheists. So this is in high school. But when I went to work, when I got my degree in electronics, and I went to work for Texas Instruments. Do y'all remember when Texas Instruments was in this area? I know Anna does. That's where I met Anna Kiser. But yeah, I went to work in electronics in Texas Instruments, and while I'm out there on the line, I'm working on the line. I'm fixing boards that are coming off a production line. You know, they come off the production line, off the machine, and then they run a little test on them. If they fail that test, they give them to the technician, which would be me. I would take that board and try to figure out what was wrong with it and fix it if I could. Okay? So there's all these little old ladies out there working on the line. And I have a love for little old ladies on the line because they bring brownies. And I love brownies. They bring cake. They celebrate with you on the smallest of things. You know, I love that. So again, I was in a godly atmosphere. They believed in God. Even though there was bickering and stuff like that all the time. I mean, you know how it goes. But still, they loved God. They talked about God. They talked about Bible. They talked about Jesus. So I was comfortable. That was great. But I kept applying for a job in engineering. And when I finally got a job in engineering, whoa, totally different. No more little old ladies. Instead, you had Bachelor of Science degree, master's degree, PhDs, all working around in the same area. No little old ladies at all. And most of them were cocky, thinks the world owes them a living, thought they knew everything, and they were atheists. Most of them were atheists. I knew a few engineers, but I went from being just totally submersed in little old ladies taking care of me and being sweet and talking about God to guys who denied God, who denied Jesus. You know the atmosphere I'm talking about, don't you, Anna? An engineering atmosphere was totally different. So now it came to head for me. Came right up to the top. Because I was being made fun of for believing the Bible. I was being made fun of for believing in Jesus. I was being made fun of because I didn't believe in evolution. And now it became important to me. Because I could no longer witness to these people. It was easy to witness to a little old lady. Because she ended up witnessing to me. Amen? She usually knew more about God than I did. And showed me by loving me. Amen? But I didn't have the engineers loving on me at all. None of them. So it came to the top. I had to have an answer. I needed an answer. And I begged God for an answer. I said, God, I got to have an answer. If I don't have an answer, I can't honestly love you with my mind. In my heart, I know you exist. I've had an experience after experience with you. You've touched my life, my heart. You've answered prayers. I know you're there and I know you're real. But if you don't give me these answers, I can't love you with my mind. And I certainly can't talk to these people and witness Jesus Christ to them. This is what I thought. I was wrong about that, but this is what I was thinking. Okay? So I needed answers, and God started showing me. He started giving me answers. What happened was, I tried to first take evolution, because at the time I didn't know whether evolution was true or not. So I tried to take evolution, and I tried to marry it to the Bible. That just didn't work. There was all kinds of problems. I just kept trying to do it, though. You know, I knew dinosaurs lived millions of years ago. So I had to fit that in the Bible. I couldn't find a place to put it. I needed a place to put it and couldn't find one. So, that wasn't helping at all. But there was a man who I still work with today. His name was Tim Dunn. And I thank God for Tim Dunn. He was an engineer, electronics engineer. He loved God. And this was before the internet, okay? We couldn't just Google answers up and find a website that talked about God and science, okay? I didn't know where to look. Go in the library, he finds evolution. He didn't find any books on creation. I didn't know any scientists that were creation scientists. So Tim Dunn comes to my life. He crosses my path. And he begins to give me books that were written by PhD scientists who believe the Bible. What a blessing. Oh, what a blessing. You probably don't even know those people exist. There's a book, you can go to Amazon right now. It's called In 6 Days. That's easy to remember, right? It's got 50 chapters in it. Each chapter is a testimony of a PhD scientist as to why they believe that their science shows that God is the God of the Bible and that Jesus Christ is Lord. So you don't have to read the whole book. You can just open it up and read a chapter. It's a testimony written by a